You've probably heard the term hyperemesis gravidarum before, maybe thrown around in the news or something. But what does it actually mean? Well, it's often seriously misunderstood. So in this explainer, we're going to clear all that up.
So the big question is it just bad morning sickness? I hear this all the time, and it's so often just dismissed like that. But the truth is, it is so much more serious. So what's the real difference? Let's break it all down.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start by showing how this is way more than just morning sickness. Then, we'll dive into the official definition, what the diagnostic checklist looks like, the tests involved, and finally, the team-based plan to treat it.
First up, let's get one thing straight right away. Nausea during pregnancy can be common, sure, but hyperemesis gravidarum, that is in a completely different league. It's a serious condition, not just a symptom.
Okay, this side-by-side really tells the story. Morning sickness is usually mild and it fades over time. But hyperemesis gravidarum, or HG, is just relentless. We're talking severe, persistent vomiting that often leads to dehydration and significant weight loss. And it can last the entire pregnancy. You see, it's not just a difference in how bad it feels, it's a completely different medical reality.
So what's the official medical take on this? What are doctors looking for that makes them say, okay, this is HG?
The official definition might sound simple, a severe form of nausea and vomiting that affects pregnant women. But that word severe is doing all the work here. That's the whole ballgame. It's what separates this from a typical symptom and turns it into a condition that demands serious medical attention. So, just how common is it? Turns out, it affects about 1 to 2% of pregnancies.
And yeah, 1 to 2% might sound rare, but for the people who actually experience it, this condition can be completely and utterly debilitating.
So how does a doctor actually confirm a diagnosis? It's not just based on how someone feels. They use a very specific diagnostic checklist.
Here's what they're looking for. 4 key things: persistent daily vomiting, obvious signs of dehydration, significant weight loss, and an imbalance of electrolytes. Those are the essential minerals your body needs to function properly.
Of those 4 things, one of the most important is a hard number, a weight loss of more than 5%
of the person's pre-pregnancy body weight. This isn't subjective, it's a clear, quantitative sign that separates HG from regular morning sickness and basically screams to doctors that the body is in serious distress.
But meeting those criteria is really just the beginning. From there, doctors have to run a series of tests to really understand what's going on and, just as importantly, to rule out any other possible causes.
This means blood tests to check organ function and those critical electrolytes. A urinalysis is done to look for something called ketones, which show up when the body is so starved for energy it started to burn